Hello, welcome to Sketch a Day. I'm Spencer. Had a little different setup. I was doing a podcast this weekend, recording some episodes, so pardon the herky-jerky start, so to speak. I've been MIA for a little bit, but on kid duty, and also life. Life happens. Anyhow, so today we're just going to draw. As always, taking suggestions from you. If you want to participate in chat, head over to youtube.com/sketchaday.com. What's up, Latrice? Tom, hello. Hello, Svetlana. Hope you got my message. Svetlana and Art. Finished your piece that you commissioned me to do. That was super fun. Thanks for being patient. Finally had some free time yesterday to just sit and get it done. So, if you guys are curious what I'm talking about, that's the musical instrument drawing I did on my Instagram. You can check that out. But again, if you want to participate in chat, YouTube's where you want to be. Special shout out to the patrons. They will be receiving high resolution scans, output of whatever we draw today. So I've been drawing blanks the last few streams. Like, I'm not really sure what to draw, so I'd love to hear what you want to see, want to hear. The only thing that came to mind really was maybe doing a little bit of architecture today, a couple ideas, maybe just some sort of cabin drawing, and then I'm open to whatever suggestion you have. So once again, special shout out to the patrons. Much love. Thank you, Lost in Acoustic. Hello, welcome to the stream. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button, turn on alerts, por favor. That way you won't miss when I go live. Got a lot of subscribers, but not a lot of people watching for some reason. But in any case, if you miss it, you can always catch it on YouTube. If you watch on YouTube, you'll get the full output for those watching on the Instagram. All right, I'm just gonna use the same paper here. Let's do some circles. And yeah, I think I will do maybe a house, maybe some sort of cleaning apparatus. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling all over the place this morning. Tom has a question about freelance work. I can talk about that. I mean, I guess what specific question do you have, Tom? What are you curious about? Robotic insect. I can do that. Oh, okay. Awesome, Svetlana. I was just making sure you got it. I'm glad to hear. Okay. Wasn't really sure. Yeah, and you guys can ask career questions, life questions, dating questions, whatever. Sketch a date. I've been around. Alright, just warming up with some circles. Fresh off my morning run. Gotta start the day right. If the stream is a little spotty, my apologies. Kids are at home. Had to distract them. They're watching TV. Teddy bear. Okay. So we have a robotic insect, teddy bear, and we've got questions about freelance work. The design portal is asking if ID will still be relative. That's a good question. Depends on what you're doing in industrial design. Whether ID will still be relative. I think I'm gonna just rough this out. This robotic insect, whatever I'm doing, I'm just gonna rough out kind of the body here, head, thorax, abdomen, and then let's see, the legs would be attached to the thorax here. Maybe something like this. You didn't specify what kind of insect, Tom, so I'm just gonna freehand freestyle it. We'll just kind of build up as we go. So as far as career and industrial design, for those who don't know, industrial designers design products for people. That's what I was trained in. I don't really consider myself a pure industrial designer these days. just because I do so much more than that. And I think that's a healthy mindset and outlook, because industrial designers, at least in a traditional sense, no longer focus solely on hardware. At least in the consumer electronics realm, or even consumer realm, you're asked to do a lot of different things as an industrial designer. Sometimes you're going to be asked to do graphic design, you're going to be asked to do user experience design, right? So that being said, I think having a robust and varied skill set is going to be most beneficial to you. And this is actually a good segue into Tom's question about freelance design. Is one of the things about being a freelancer is you have to be prepared to pivot and be flexible in your approach, in what you work on. Yeah, you kind of have to be a master of all things as a freelancer. And frankly, as an industrial designer today, you just have to have a very broad, wide-ranging tool set. And if you don't, you're going to find yourself, I think, in certain difficulties if you don't. So my advice would be, and I always tell this to students, so no matter what you're involved in, try and, I guess we'll have more of a sketch and talk. If you have questions about the process, let me know. I'm not going to focus so much on process. I'm just going to sketch and talk with you guys because it's been a minute and I like this. So feel free to shoot any live questions. And I can diagram stuff out if necessary related to those questions. But thank you for the topics, and I'll try and stick to those for the stream here. But back to Tom's question about freelance. I'll get to your question with a bit more specificity here once I take a look at the chat again. But in any case, I think it is important to have just a varied skill set when it comes to industrial design. You know, it's not just about sketching. It's not just about CAD. It's way more than those things. It's not just research these days. And frankly, like, given the way the world is in flux right now, I would say now is the time, if any, to really just capitalize on opportunities that are there to be creative, showcase your creativity as much as you can. I have no idea what this texture is. I just wanted to put a texture here. Kind of helps clean up the side a little bit. Just a nice little pen drawing here. So yeah, if you have questions, join me on the YouTube. That's where I'm going to be paying attention, guys. FYI. That's youtube.com/sketchaday.com. Just being nice and broadcasting on the Insta as well, but I'm only paying attention to one chat. FYI. Alright, so back to Design Portal / Tom's question. So ID will be relevant. I don't think it's going away. It's just changing. Tom is asking, what's it like to do freelance work in design? When would a good time be to get into it? Where does your skill set have to be? So yeah, I feel like you. I didn't listen. I'll tell you a tale. So in 2008, when the world was ending, kind of like it is now. 2008, I went to work for a company in San Francisco called Astro Studios. Actually, I started working for them back in. I'm just gonna add some stuff to this bug because I want to. It's not anatomically correct, but whatever. So back in 2008, when the financial crisis happened, I started a company with a really good friend of mine. He's at GoPro right now. He was my best man at my wedding. Anyhow, started a design firm, and I was 2 years out of school. at the time. So I didn't have a ton of experience. I felt like I did, but I really didn't. There's a lot you just don't know. And frankly, there's a lot you don't really even know until you work a corporate job. Um, there's certain aspects or elements of ID that you can do, not having uh, not having worked a corporate job, but it's really not until you kind of work corporate that you see the full picture. So I start this company, we do okay, and we have our ups and downs, we have our hard days, we have our good days. Um, Specifically, we kind of just found that we got to this point where we couldn't land those big projects. I mean, we were bidding on six-figure projects, six figures, yeah, six-figure, like high six-figure projects, and one in particular we thought we had, but we just never landed it, and it was kind of devastating. It's hard when you're betting on yourself and you're going out there and someone says no. It just kind of sucks. So anyhow, just realized I was at a wall, and actually we shut down the studio. My former business partner ended up at, I guess this is like a robot roach, ended up at, yes, Mark, I'll do some architecture stuff while I do my sketch and talk here. Where was I? Oh, so we decided to shut down what we were doing, and he ended up at GoPro. I went to a smart home company local here to Utah, where I'm based in the United States, and man, it was awesome in a lot of ways. It was terrible in a lot of ways too, but it was awesome. But it gave me the clarity to know that I did want to work for myself, but it also gave me an appreciation, a deeper appreciation for everything that goes into making products. Meaning you get just thank you, Justin, much appreciated. You get a greater appreciation for everything, and you see a full spread of all the teams, efforts, pieces, parts that go into design. Whereas when you work consulting, especially right out of school, you don't get the full experience. So that was good, and frankly has really just helped me be a much better freelance designer, because you learn what actually matters in process. In school, you're kind of grasping a bit to figure out your process and what matters. You're trying to figure out your point of view. It's a bit like, I mean, you probably heard this analogy before, but drinking from a fire hose. It's a lot like that, in the sense that, you're in school and you're trying to just pick up as much as you can so you'll be ready to do whatever the world throws at you when you do graduate. But pausing, doing corporate, learned a lot. I didn't even know what a product manager was until I did corporate. That's truth. And maybe that sounds crazy, they don't tell you what a product manager is in school. I'll answer your question in just a sec, Nader. At least I never learned what a product manager was in school. Did you guys, or do you guys? But it's kind of important to know who you're going to be working with. Maybe you learn that when you're on an internship. Maybe that's the hope or the goal. But it certainly wasn't until years down the line that I even knew what a product manager was, what their function was, why it's important. There's also the manufacturing side that you may not get as a freelancer. If you go right out of school into freelancing, you may not get that exposure. Looks like I drew a line there. That stinks. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question, Tom. I mean, there's other things about freelance I'm sure you're curious about, so feel free to ask. There's a few things top of mind, like how do you get work, managing your own time, stress, anxiety, And I don't mean to just focus on the negatives, but those are things that crop up for sure. All right. Nader's asking, why do I live in Utah? I live in Utah because I actually grew up Mormon, like religious. I grew up in the faith, and so it was kind of a natural place for me to be years ago. So I went to school here, got a great education. Oh, my pens are toppling over. Went to school here, got a great education, super affordable. I did the calculation. I think I spent maybe $20,000 on my education, and much of that was covered by scholarships because I just worked my ass off when I was in college. Didn't have much of a social life, anything like that. All right, so fast forward, moved to California, got married. I think, we had babies there, 2 boys, and then we at the time decided to move back because we had family here. It's hard when you're a young parent and you don't have family close by to help you out, or it's just hard. It really is hard. There's something good, I think, about the human condition, traditionally speaking, where humans were raised in group settings or large families, because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of freaking work. So anyhow, we moved back, and then things went sideways for my marriage, so that ended, and I just kind of stayed, and I got a good job here at the time. And my brother-in-law actually says something I love what he says. He says, Utah is one of those places, you love it or leave it, and you find the good. So there's a lot I love about it. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. The area I live in is very progressive. It's right by the mountains. I'm like a 4-minute drive from like the most incredible vistas and nature. Like I live right at the mouth of a canyon. So it's super nice that way. Diversity-wise, it's not the most diverse place on planet Earth. Hello, Explosive Yoda. I'm just answering all the questions today. That's what we're doing. We decided to do. So ask me anything. I'm just going to draw while I answer questions. And let me know what you think of this format. Maybe we'll do this once a week or something. Just like ask me anything. So yeah, I decided to just kind of stay and make the best of it. And so far, so good. So that's what I'm doing. Me and my boys live here. My sister lives here. Grandparents live here as well. Meaning their grandparents, not my grandparents. I never actually knew my grandparents growing up. They passed away before I had a chance to know them. So, anyhow, that's why I'm here. And I also like to think that diversity begins somewhere. So, it's not the most diverse place, I'll be honest with you. Like, there's not a lot of us Negroes around, black people. But it's getting better over the years, certainly. And, I look at it this way. Other traditionally or known spots, so to speak, where black people live weren't always that way. It had to start somewhere. So, in that regard, I'm okay throwing down, making the best of it. It's actually it's a great place. Just a quick tidbit and side note, actually. Post Malone is my neighbor in the sense that he just lives up the street. So he actually lives in Utah. I don't know if you guys do that. Post Malone is a musician, for those who don't know. I don't know if I'd call him a rapper. He's a musician. He's a young 25, 26-year-old musician who loves Bud Light. Always sings about it. But he just lives up the road. So maybe if I run into him, I could talk him into, like, people run into him all the time, but maybe I could talk him into coming onto the stream. How would that be? We could sing congratulations together. Now we always say congratulations. Something like that. However it goes. You young kids know. Let's see. The Geek Surgeon. Do I draw gaming characters? Probably not much more than a Minecraft creeper from time to time. My cutting mat is... I don't see the brand here. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. Hold on. Let me check. So I use this cutting mat. This is actually a smaller one. Vantage cutting mat. This is a 24 by 18 I use to cut my posters and stuff. All right. So there's our... Tom wanted a robot bug. I think I'm going to do a background on this one. I think I will. I'll use the fatty marker that I have here. Just kind of scratching a little BG. BG. That reminds me, I need to listen to some grime today. I've been meaning to check in and listen to some grime again. Not Grimes. Not Elon Musk's wife or girlfriend, partner. But grime. Tom knows what I'm talking about. We're going to shut down with some grime. Yeah, I just wanted to scratch in a little background here. I'm feeling this bug. Thank you, Tom, for the suggestion. Definitely feeling this bug. So thank you. Yeah, Post Malone could be my background singer for the stream. That would be wild. That'd be absolutely wild. Right? So I started using these Posca pen. Oh no, this is Molotow, my bad. I thought this was Posca. This one's a little dry. Also, I don't know if you guys like photography. I just picked up a new camera. I picked up an A7R III. Super happy with it. It's freaking incredible. I've been mulling over it for a while. I was contemplating, is it time to upgrade yet? Is it time to move on from Nikon? I'm going to keep my Nikon, actually. I'm just selling my lenses, minus one lens that I absolutely love, and that's a 50mm 1.4 that I have. So yeah, I don't know if you guys like photography, but I do. And I've certainly been learning a ton more recently. Just trying to develop that skill a bit more. Alright, let's see. Any other questions? Any new movies I'm wanting to see? I want them to release the New Mutants so I can just go see it, but, you know. Industry, this reminds me of when the iPhone came out. And like Nokia and BlackBerry were like laughing at Apple, and even Microsoft was laughing at Apple. Meanwhile, Google was like, holy shit, we gotta we gotta do something about this. And they launched Android, you know, copied a bunch of stuff, arguably. I feel like the movie industry and the restaurant industry are just so resistant right now to change. It's actually striking just how resistant they are to change. But I think the world is being forced to change, certainly. All right, so there's our bug. This is for Tom. Hey, Tom, since you're a Patreon, hit me up after. Happy to mail this to you. Just as a thank you. So once again, thank you to the patrons for their support. Patreon's a website where if you have a creator and they're doing something like I'm doing, you can actually sign up and contribute monthly. So I think the range on my Patreon is $3 to $9 depending on what you want to do. And Tom's one of the best, so happy to hook it up. All right, so we got some questions here. Okay, going back to Tom's question about freelance, he said, I can understand the negatives, but I guess it's like running a micro business. with just you. Yeah, I guess so. It is kind of like that. For sure. So Svetlana and Art requested some sort of teddy bear. So that's what I'm doing right now. Let's do a teddy bear in the literal sense. All right. Did you watch Care Bears as a kid? If you were a Care Bear, what would your stare be? What would your symbol be? Right? What would that be for you guys? I think mine would be a bottle of whiskey. So, actually gin. Mine would be a bottle of gin. I think I'll do, no, yeah. I'll do some marker on this one, but I didn't do it on marker paper. Maybe I'll redraw it on the marker paper. Because I kind of want to use markers to do the textures. See if it fits. Yes, it fits. But yeah, running a freelance business is tough in some regards, but it's also awesome. Like, there are literally some months where I work 6 hours and that's it. I'm not really concerned right now with accumulating wealth so much as I am just supporting my boys and my family. And that's why I think I'm going to give this bear little loop eyes or rainbow eyes. This is why I'm not a teddy bear designer, I guess. Is this like a creepy bear? You guys tell me. Is it a creepy teddy bear? My favorite JME song, I don't know. I'll have to listen a little bit closer. I'm more of a Skepta fan. Game controller, I've done that before. Antibus, if you're curious, I'll actually even post the link here to my game controller video, and I'm pretty sure I've done a couple of these. Let's see. I've done an Xbox controller, and then I've done an Xbox controller, and then I've done some other stuff too. So I'll post these links for you. There's one. And for the people on Instagram wondering what I'm talking about, you just gotta join the YouTube, man. Join the YouTube stream. Check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. Svetlana and Art wanted a teddy bear. I'm happy to mail this to you guys as well. Svetlana and Art, since I'm going to be mailing you some other stuff, so let me know if you want it. Be happy to send that to you. Send this to you, rather. Maybe our teddy bear is like just kind of crashing on this pillow-like shape. He's just chilling. He, she, it, whatever. Just chilling. Alright, something like that. Also, as a reminder, if you guys are interested, I do offer tutoring as well now, something I just started up. And then I'm also going to be teaching at an online design school this fall. a course called Design Discourse, not drawing. We're going to talk through tough issues. We're going to learn how to critique and analyze things. So if you recall that Sony PlayStation critique video I did, stuff like that, like how do you come up with a framework for critique, feedback, whatever that works. We're going to discuss some of that. So that's what I'll be doing this fall. Okay, I will include this for Svetlana. Thank you for the suggestion as well. Next, I'm gonna do. What color do you want your teddy bear to be? Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, new movies. The New Mutants I want to see, and also Tenet. I want to see Tenet. I'm mad that Tenet's been delayed indefinitely, basically, and I want to see it. Bradley, what's up? First timer. Welcome. Make sure you hit subscribe, dude. Or dudette, or human, whoever you might be. Yeah, let me know what color you want, Svetlana and Art. I'm going to hold off on coloring this for a minute. Let's see. If you're on the Instagram, just a reminder again, the stream only goes for an hour on Instagram. Also, you want to, I'm probably going to only go for an hour today, but if you go to YouTube, you'll be reminded of when I go live, because it's also being broadcast on YouTube. You get the full HD view, a little bit wider format, and you can participate in the chat. So those are the perks. If you want access to the files after the stream, become a patron. That's where I will post those. Okay, we got a response. Brownish, yellowy, orangey. Okay, I'm just going to pick some random colors. Good opportunity to work on some textures here. And I hope you don't care, Svetlana and Art, if the page is a little bit messy. But you're going to get a raw, real sketch from me here. I'm just kind of cataloging my colors. So I'm going to start with this lightest color. Now, as I'm shading this, guys, here, I'll do an overlay just to show you. I'll use my cheap paper. But hopefully you can see this. What I'm trying to do, and I may not get to your sketch today, Bradley, but definitely come back, because I already got a bunch of requests. So as I look at this arm, right, I'm thinking of in terms of, if this is a cylindrical shape, right, I'm going to have like highlight, shadow core. If the light's coming from this direction, if it's coming from this direction, you know, I may have a highlight here and a little bit of shadow, so it just depends. And even this belly, I'm going to be thinking of, okay, highlight, shadow core, here's this leg, same thing, right? Highlight, shadow core. So that's how I'm thinking of the shading here. I am going to leave the belly white, okay? And as such, I'm going to shade this a little bit differently. But as far as the texture goes, notice how my marker stroke, okay, even in this instance, just leaving a little white for the highlight, but as I shade in here, I'm using kind of a randomized stroke because I want to create the impression or feeling of fur somehow. So that's kind of my way of doing that. And you can use that textural approach. Again, here's the head, right? I'm going to leave a little highlight there. Eyes are going to be black. I'm not worried about that. But shadow core through here. So I want this spot to be the darkest, is what I'm saying. So Sketch a Day Live, thanks for joining, hanging out. Just taking requests from you guys today. Shadow core, a little bit of highlight here. Highlight, shadow. All right, just like that. So this is the lightest of the yellows I picked. So now I want to pick my dark yellow here. Probably even go darker than this too. But I'm just going to use this to kind of deepen my shadows, shadow core areas. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out my YouTube. I got tons of videos about lighting and shadows and how to draw different products, cars, boats, airplanes, robots, cleaning stuff, toys, you name it. Industrial design style sketching, but I do like illustration as well, so you'll find some of that stuff there too for you to check out. Antibus is asking, are there any shows I wish made a comeback? Yes. I've been happy so far with Transformers Cybertron Wars. I think it's on Netflix right now. Me and my kids, we already finished it, and I need more. I'd love to see like cartoons from my childhood come back. Like, I think they did a really good job with She-Ra. In other words, bringing back kind of the He-Man universe, if you will, but in a very progressive, thoughtful way. So I like that. It'd be cool to see them bring back Dragon Ball Z, maybe do a remake, redo, I don't know. I know there's Dragon Ball Super, which I watched, which was awesome. That was fun. I'll probably watch it again. 24 is another one that would be good if they could bring it back. It'd be interesting to see just the difference in how some of those problems are solved, because we live in so much more of a connected world than we did back then. So it'd be really interesting to see, what would Jack Bauer do with a smartphone? You know, how would those problems be solved if he had a smartphone instead of having to, what was it called? I don't remember. Counterterrorism Unit, CTU? Something like that. Anyhow, that'd be interesting. Faux show. Alright, this is Whiskey Bear, I've decided. Unless, Svetlana and Art, you want to make it Vodka Bear. You let me know. Vodka, whiskey, gin, rum. What is this bear? What does he have on his tummy? Whatever. Tummy. What does it have? I'll work on the shadows in the meantime. I'm going to mail this to Svetlana and Art. They are patrons. If you guys want to be a patron, hit me up. It's at patreon.com/sketchaday. Much love and thank you so much for the support. Like, as you all know, the world is crazy, and I know everyone is strapped for time and resources and all of the above. So it means a lot to me. One, that you're here watching, but two, for the patrons that support. I know Latrice is here as well. Thank you. We've had a few people fall off, but that's okay. I get it. Life is, like I said, unpredictable and tough. I know what that's like. I lived through 2008. Let's see. Any more career questions from you guys? Let me know. Modern Braves. Oh, Brave Star. Brave Star. That was a good show. I love Brave Star. You know what I loved about Brave Star? The hero was black. And for me as a kid, that was like a big deal. I know some people would be like, what? Really? I'm like, yeah. I didn't have a lot of Black heroes. I hate Halloween for that reason. Like, it's really hard to find. It's really, really hard to find, like, I think black or ethnic superheroes, pop culture stuff. So, Brave Star was a favorite, man. Average starting salary for an industrial designer? I don't know. When I started, I was making 5 figures in San Francisco. I would say mid 5 figures. That's what I'll say. That's what I was making. I was happy. I was over the moon. I was content. I could take care of my needs. Here's the thing I will say. As an industrial designer, or even just as a human, at some point in our lives, we have to ask ourselves a question. Am I going to continue investing in this other person's dream, or am I going to invest in my own dreams? Right? And I'm not saying stop watching me on YouTube. I'm just saying, for like work, you kind of have to decide. Am I gonna show up and build this other person's dream and make their dream their reality? Or am I gonna take a chance and bet on myself and make my own dreams come true? For me, that means leaning more into being an artist. That's something I think at my core I've always wanted to be, always wanted to do. I've been maybe a little bit timid about it here and there, but it is something I want to do, you know? And at some point you gotta ask yourself, am I just gonna clock in and get paid? Or am I gonna bet on myself? Am I gonna do some shit that... Is it okay if I swear? I actually swear in real life a lot. Like a lot. But I know sometimes kids watch, so you guys let me know. Yeah, it's a tough choice. It really is. Okay, Svetlana is not an art. Have not told me what beverage. Oh, orange juice cocktail. Okay, I missed that. All right, so that's what's gonna be on the tummy of our bear. We have some sort of orange juicy cocktail in a nice thick bottomed glass. Was he Native American? I don't know. But here's the deal, Bradley. To me, as a black kid, I was like, this is not orange juice colored, by the way. I was just elated that I was looking at someone that was not white. Does that make sense? Like, it showed me the possibility and potential in a way that other shows hadn't. All right, let me sign this. Let's put some texture stuff on here. Maybe just a little bit more shading in a minute. And it'll be good. Prasad says, I want to become an automotive design engineer. You want my help for sketching? Great place to be. Definitely check out the channel. So on YouTube, you can search the channel for videos. So if you just type in car, for example, you'll see a bunch of car videos. And I try to add tags where I can to highlight content. So even on the live streams, and I'm not perfect at this, but I'll go back and add tags. So maybe I'll add teddy bear here as well, just to round it out. All right, so next I'm going to do just a simple architectural structure. Just as a quick recap, we kicked things off with this robot insect. I'm going to mail this to Tom if he hits me up. You just have to, if you just pay me for mailing, it's like $5. I'll send it to you. And then I'm going to mail this to Svetlana as well. Did a teddy bear. All right. Got about 12 minutes here, so I'm just going to do some sort of structure. I guess I was kind of thinking of this a little bit on my run. Maybe like some sort of A-frame house or structure here. Recessed entryway. A-frame meaning the majority of the structure is comprised of this very simple frame, like so, right? We could have a little bit of concrete here. Here's our ground. And even bring that down. Maybe there's some steps. I like segmented or separated concrete steps. I have designed my own house before. I posted a question in the Discord. You know, what is one of your proudest or your creative accomplishments that you're most proud of? For me, designing my own home was like one of the best things I did, and it was, again, just a vote of confidence in myself and my abilities. That was fun. That was many years ago, but I can say I've designed a home. I've designed outdoor spaces. I've done fashion. I've done toys. I've done a lot of things. And as a designer, that's a great place to be, I think, when you can say, yeah, I've done a lot of shit, you know? No one answered me if it's okay if I swear, so I'm just going to go ahead and assume that it is okay. So, all right. So just a little A-frame house here. Maybe there's some deck just off to the side. We've got, you know, this is an alpine cabin, so I'll put some silhouettes of trees in here as well. Teddy bear design specialist. Thank you. I mean, it's a simple teddy bear. I don't think I've ever drawn a teddy bear on the stream, but there you go. Or period. I don't think I've ever even actually drawn a teddy bear. But my point in doing this is you can look at a design and really just break it down. You know, here's some sort of cylindrical thing. There's a sphere, a cylinder with a taper into another cylinder. Sphere, 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 connect all three and you've got the head. Sphere in the middle, a little distorted. Okay, same thing here. All right. So when you can break things down, it makes drawing stuff so much easier, even organic things, I think. So I'll mail you both of these. So I'll mail you the underlay, Svetlana and Art, and I'll mail you the overlay as well, just as a thank you, and I really do appreciate it. Same for you, Tom. I really do appreciate it. You're solid, always posting. Thank you. By always posting, I mean Tom posts a lot in the Discord that we have for the channel. Check that out. I believe the information is in. I'm gonna make this brick of some sort. It's gonna make it less modern, but I thought it'd be interesting. Discord we have for the channel, and that is in the video description if you're curious and you want to join that. So yeah, hit me up. Alright, so maybe some sort of brick thing here. Now I'm gonna increase the line weight, make this feel more like a door, maybe some house numbers or something. All right, any other career questions, guys? Let me know. Happy to answer those. So let me know. For those curious, by the way, I'm going to post this link. This is another great way to support. So if you're looking for materials, whatever, feel free to use that link. Yeah, on Discord, one thing I'm trying to do is post like a question of the day. I don't know if I'll do it every day, but yesterday the question was, what is your creative accomplishment you're most proud of? What is a creative accomplishment you're most proud of? I would say my children, but that's kind of a cop-out answer. And like I said, for me, it's designing my own house. I did an art show recently on my own, which was super fun. It's kind of a big deal, just a 3-year project in the making that I decided to kind of follow through with and just see if I could do it, you know, see if people would even show up, and they did, which was awesome. So I had that great experience, and I'm going to do more. I'm going to lean into my artistic side. A big part of creativity, I think, is just believing in yourself and knowing that what you're doing is worth something. It's kind of hard unless you... I'm just going to put a person here, but it's kind of hard unless you kind of get that validation from time to time. But when you do get that, it feels so good to just know, hey, I'm actually good at what I do, or what I'm producing is worth someone's time that they're... Like I had a friend drive 4 hours to come see my work. That was really cool, you know? It's kind of a big deal. So that was fun. That was really, really fun. I will say, again, related to this idea of freelance and business, being independent as a creator, bet on yourself. See what happens. You'll be surprised. At least I was surprised, for sure. I was for sure surprised. So alright, just some more plant-like things here just to frame in the scene. And let's start. Color in shit. Okay. You're going to do an internship soon, says Lyrics FFW. Be a sponge. Soak up everything you can. I hate this gray. This is a chart pack gray. It looks purple. Apologies. But it's just what happens. I'm going to make this concrete thing the same gray so it ties in at least. Yeah, so we'll make all of this gray. It's like a purplish gray though, it's weird. And then the roof, I think I'm going to make the roof olive, guys. I'm going to go for some olive here. So let's start with the yellow. It's going to be a little weird, but let's roll with it. Alright, we'll just roll with that. Matt's asking, what setup do I use for my desk and chair and all that? I bought this stool from Etsy a long ass time ago, like years and years ago. And I've been using this stool forever. It's not the most comfortable stool. I can't sit on it all day. I actually like to do a lot of my creative work, believe it or not, in bed. It's just comfortable. I do believe in finding whatever is comfortable for you. So find your comfortable space, set up, lean into that, and your creative output will just be boosted, I think. All right, I'm just gonna put some green on the inside here for this door thing, and then we'll continue to leverage contrast and so forth. All right, Instagrammers, your time is almost up. If you want to catch the rest of the stream, oh, we got 41 people. That's crazy. If you want to catch the rest of the stream, head over to youtube.com/sketchaday.com. That's where I'm hanging out. In case you're wondering, maybe there's a person there. And we got our deck. Little wood deck here. Maybe I'll make this chimney wood as well. Nice warm tones. I could make the inside of this. That would actually be interesting. If the inside were like warm wood tone, and then the outside was like cold and shit. Yeah, there we go. That looks better. It's kind of like stone on the outside and then wood on the inside. We got the A-frame. And then maybe just clean up with some line weight here, just in some key spots. You know, get some contrast in there. In this case, I'm going to use the bushes, or the silhouettes of the bushes rather, as my contrasting elements. So I'm going to use this thicker marker just to kind of frame the sketch out. This thicker marker here. Alright, something like that. Looks like the stream on YouTube ended. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Or sorry, not YouTube, Instagram. YouTubers, you're still here. You guys are solid. You're like the real ones, the OGs. For show, for shizzle manizzle. It's not even Liquid Friday, and I'm feeling it. I wanted this marker to be a bit more blue-green, but I'll deal with it. We'll make it work. Designers! Do you guys watch Project Runway at all? I haven't watched that show in years, but I always loved Tim Gunn. And he'd be like, designers, make it work. And everyone would just get off their asses and like make shit happen. It was awesome. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Alright, a little bit of shadowing here. And then I think I'm gonna add some ground tone. I'll use a warm gray though. That's what I'll do. I'll use a warm gray here. Alright, thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Latrice, thank you for the shout out. Lori, what's up? I'm almost done with your drawing. Guess what? I was working on it at like 3:30 in the morning today. Like literally, I couldn't sleep, and I was like, I'm just gonna finish this drawing. Lori and I are trading caricatures. She's actually really good. She's got some products that she does as well. Also a patron, so thank you for your support, Lori. Shout out to you and all that you're doing. I forget the link, but send me the link and I will post it here. So let me know. I'll post that link. And yeah. I think it's an Etsy store, right? I think you've got your own Etsy store. So send me the link. I will happily give you that connect, that plug, that shout out. If not today, another time for sure. Or just Instagram page name, that works too. Let's see. Prasad is asking, do I make sketches on Photoshop? Yes, check it out. Design Portal. Do I watch sports ball? I don't have time for sports ball. I like sports ball. I just don't have time for it. I don't know where people find time for sports ball. But if I'm gonna watch sports, I watch typically the NBA. That's like my jam. I watch the NBA. I haven't watched it this year though because it's all weird. COVID made everything weird. So I haven't really watched the NBA this year, but that's my jam. I've always been an NBA guy. Super Bowl parties I don't really do. Hockey is like weird to me. Golf. Now, if you're willing to consider chess as a sport, absolutely. I actually watch chess on YouTube from time to time. That's a random fact about me, but yes, I do watch chess from time to time on the YouTube. That's a thing I do. I love playing chess. I play on chess.com. I just won a game actually. Alright, I figured this contrast would help the whole thing pop, and it seems to have worked. Sometimes when I'm sketching, I'll just try random shit and then see how it goes. So, in this case, it worked. Let's use my Posca marker here just to pull some details out. And we'll call it good. Alright, so we did 3 sketches today. Quick review. Got our house sketch here. Probably a little heavy on the green. I'm not super happy with it. Maybe if I add a little contrast here, I'll feel better. Okay. That feels a little better to me because I got at least a range of values. That definitely helps. Color tie-in. You know, a little color tie-in there. That feels better. Alright, so we did the house. We have the teddy bear. I'm going to send that to Svetlana and Art. And we also have the robotic insect. I'll be sending it to Tom. So, thank you for the suggestions. I love cricket. Cricket is good. Have I ever played really bad chess? I do. They balance the pieces you have based on your rank. No, I haven't done that. That's interesting. That is interesting for sure. What's up, Roshan? Do you play chess? If you play chess, you should play me online so I can beat you. And then at least I could beat you at something because Roshan's awesome. He's actually better at me than everything. Better than me, I should say, at most things. So, can I share something that was manufactured? Tell you what, maybe I'll do a stream where I'll kick off the stream with a product that I designed. How about that? And then I can talk through the process, maybe show you guys some sketches, and tell you a little bit about it. So I'll do that. And then we did the teddy bear for Svetlana. Here's a little bit of the underlay and so forth. There you go. I always get nervous when Roshan checks in because, like I said, he's kind of my inspiration. He's my everything. He's the reason I get up in the morning. Okay, and then and then we did this quick cabin sketch as well. All right. Thank you, humans, for being here and being a part of the stream. Much appreciated. I'll be back tomorrow, Friday, and Sunday. I know I missed Sunday. I'm so sorry. I had to get some stuff done. So my apologies. But I will be back. We're here. Thank you. The stream's actually been huge. There's 45 of you watching, so thank you. Tell your friends, tell your wife, tell your kids, tell everyone to tune in to Sketch a Day, to subscribe, and turn on them alerts because I will be back. All right. Much love to you. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time right here on Sketch a Day. Peace, love, and happiness to all of you. Take care.